Okay, so this is a Kel reviews. This is an indie review on two games. First of which is going to be Mark of the Ninja. This is an indie title, available on Steam right now. Currently on sale for $3.75. For that price, you can't really go wrong with many games. This game is developed by Clay Entertainment. I'm probably butchering that. Sorry about that. And published by Microsoft Studios. It was released October 16th, 2012. It's playable on the big picture and controller compatible, which you pretty much need to play this game because it is they classify this as an action adventure indie title on Steam. Although I would classify it also as a platformer because that's pretty much a lot how it plays. It's a side-scroll platforms. The game is good. It's very stylized in art. Basically, it's kind of like an animation style. Uh, but it's good. It's very stealth oriented.
Stick
Um,
to the darkness until you find her.
it's fun. It's rated
Watch
and
out.
I think it's
They're coming this
mature,
way.
so definitely not for the younger players because there is some animated violence and blood in it. But it's a fun game. A lot of, like I said, heavy on the stealth. Little bit of RPG element to it, meaning there are hidden things in the levels that advance storyline or give you little hidden stuff, things like that. So all in all, it's a good game. I made it through, I want to say the first level, which took me a little while.
Vanquished before.
My total playtime on it so far is about 41 minutes, and that went by really fast. It does have voice acting in it, so you don't have to read a whole lot. Controls are fairly simple. If you're using I use the 360 controller. It basically only uses, I think, 3 buttons. You know, it does a like a focus, run, and attack. Oh, sorry, 4 buttons, and then the ninja button, which is like you use either like decoy bombs or bamboo dart, stuff like that. So, 1 second.
Good work.
The game has lighting aspects to it, so you're basically in stealth. You can hide behind things, so a little bit of 3D there. Not so much like a 3D environment, but just hey, there's a potted plant, I can hide behind it type of thing. Storyline's a little dark, but an interesting twist. So I won't spoil that for you. Just gonna put some gameplay footage in here. Like I said, it's fun. It is a really good game. I don't really know. I don't really have any critiques for it because I didn't really find much that was broken. It plays solid, controls responsive. You know, it did what I asked it to do when I wanted it to do it. Um, it's not too hand-holdy, but it does let you know when you're doing things, like when you're running or making noise. And that's part of where the stealth aspect comes in. I mean, it basically, if you run, you're going to make noise. If you break lanterns, you're going to make noise. So it's fairly intuitive, and it's good. It's a good game. Like I said, I'm really struggling with finding things to critique or think. I mean, it's pretty basic and simple and just good. Graphic stylization's good. It flows well when you play. You don't get a lot of no hiccups. And it's a good solid game. And I'm gonna be honest, for $3, you can't go wrong for buying this game. So I'd recommend it. It's just good. I mean, yeah, it's got achievements. Now it is single player, so that is a downside. This would be an awesome game to have co-op on. So that would be one critique. It would be a good game to play co-ops with some buddies. But maybe maybe in the sequel if they do well enough with this one, right? So the voice acting adds well to the ambience. It's very immersive. You really get into playing it and trying to do things right. Although it's not brutal if you mess up. Meaning if you accidentally alert a guard, you can take care of it if you're quick enough. Otherwise, you pretty much, if you alert too many or make too many mistakes, yeah, it'll pound the shit out of you, and you'll start over. But it's not too it's not overbearing in it. So, like I said, a good game. Um, yeah, I don't have any critiques for it. I liked it. I mean, for what it is, the side scroll platform for $3, it's awesome. I mean, what the hell? I mean, it's something I'm gonna play, which is kind of weird on a PC be playing for me to be playing a platform with a controller. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna play through this and get to the ending because I want to see the ending of it. Want to see how they flesh out the storyline. So I'm really looking forward to that. So hey, final review. It's a good game. If you like platformers, you got. I'd recommend the controller for it. I mean, it's probably okay with a keyboard and mouse, but I think it would be a little more difficult. But hey, pick it up if you're looking for something to play that'll kill some time. Okay, our next review is going to be on Dawn of Fantasy Kingdom Wars. This game is also available on Steam. It's on sale this week. It's on sale for about $10. This game is developed by revew World Studios and published by revew World Studios Incorporated. It is a strategy RPG indie massively multiplayer. I would also classify it kind of RTSs, kind of in the style of Rome Total War type thing. This game, I am going to have some critiques for it, because I'm going to be honest, I was expecting a little bit more. Should have known from the Metascore, but... So let's start off with, we'll start off with visuals. It's not a bad looking game. I mean, it is an indie developed game, so I'm, not expecting, stunning graphics, but it's okay. My biggest gripe with this game is going to be controls. Because it is like you can kind of tell from the video, it's like a 3/4 overhead. The controls is done with the mouse and the keyboard, and the problem with the keyboard is the controls are nowhere near one another. It's like the WASD keys like move, and the arrow keys rotate, the scroll wheel zooms in and out. So trying to do anything in a quick manner for me was really annoying. It could have done that. They could have done this a lot better. Made this. I mean, there's a lot of stuttering when I'm trying to move the camera. It was like I was having a really, really hard freaking time. It was annoying. For me, almost a deal breaker type of thing. The style is interesting as far as the UI goes. It is a little cluttered, in my opinion. It's just a lot going on down the bottom. It's hard to read. The little bit of voice acting is okay that's in it. Well, let me jump back to the UI. The UI is just to explain what I mean by it's cluttered. It's just cluttered. It's like there's a lot down there. It's really hard to see. I was a little disappointed, dude. The game starts you off online rather than through a single player tutorial. So that was a little unusual for me because I went to play the single player and it said it recommended doing the online first to get the tutorial. So I was like, okay, because I'm not quite sure how the multiplayer works, but whatever. So that's what I'm in here. The dialogue, like I said, voice acting is okay for what little bit there is. The writing, though, like the actual quest dialogue, wow. I mean, could they have gotten any more condescending? But whatever. You kind of an interesting way to play it. I did start off with the elves. You get the choice of elves, humans, or orcs. I chose the elves. You normally pick 2 starting attributes. For the elves, I chose to go with like defenders of the forest, which gives you like bonus to walls and defenses. I tend to play RTSs turtleish, so that works well for me. And then I picked archmages, which gives you a bonus to magic and certain things like that. The game, I didn't click on it, but I'm assuming it's got some kind of micro purchases in it because it says I could purchase crowns. Crowns, it seems like, work like Smurf berries do in the mobile game Smurf Village. That when you are building stuff, like I start constructing some stuff on these trees, which is how the elves build. You build stuff on the trees. That when you build these things, it takes almost like 30 minutes to an hour to make some of these structures. I'm sorry, that to me it's a game killer. I'm not going to sit here for an hour while this thing's building something. I'm just not. I mean, I understand immersion and, you want things to play a certain way, but for God's sakes, 30 minutes to build a structure? What am I supposed to do for 30 minutes? Just gonna sit there and twiddle my thumbs? So I wasn't real happy with that. But you can speed it up if you want to pay crowns. Now, granted, you can also earn the crowns through the game, through quests and things like that. But it looks like majority, it looks like you can purchase them. So that was kind of a downside for me. For this game, I'm going to basically probably give this one a don't buy. Unless they patch it. But, because I really wasn't happy with it. I was expecting a whole lot more. You know, I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit faster paced, maybe. UI to be a little bit cleaner, controls to be a little bit smoother. Those three things for me just kind of equated to be a skip on this one. Sad to say. Hopefully, though, maybe they'll patch some stuff out and maybe that'll change. But if you think it looks interesting and those bugs don't bother you, like I said, you can pick it up on Steam. It is a green light. It's on sale this week, 50% off for $9.99. That's not too bad of a price. It's definitely, in my opinion, not worth the $20 they're asking for it. They got reviews on here giving this thing a 9 out of 10, an 8 out of 10, and a 10 out of 10, and I don't see it. I really don't. I kind of agree with the Metascore. It's about a 50 out of 100. It's not a horrible. I mean, like I said, it plays. It's just pacing, controls, and UI for me. Just kind of was a little disappointed. So this one's a don't buy, guys. If you have any questions, please give me a holler, like and subscribe to the videos, and I'll see you next time. Take care.